Happy Hollywood Studios Day, everyone!
Prince and the Bear here, and we're back trying some old favorites and some things that we haven't had. We're back on Hollywood Boulevard. This used to be the one place we ate every time we came to the park during Star Wars weekend.
Area, not necessarily Fairfax Fare where we're going today.
Yes, but we're going to go see if it's still fair.
Be sure to enjoy all of the weird, unique things, and don't forget to enjoy Hollywood because, you know, California is better than Florida.
Nobody heard that, but you heard the girl.
A cup of enchantment, which is obviously a play on the Beauty and the Beast show across the way. I've taken Bear to that once prior to them redoing the show, and we haven't been back since. Bear's not a theater person, so I am. I do the theater stuff when I'm not with Bear. So I got me a cup of theater here, a cup of enchantment. This is Pog juice with boba balls and a little bit of glitter. That's all it is Pog juice. I'm here for more Pog juice representation in all of the parks. Because just Animal Kingdom and Holly and Magic Kingdom is not enough. It's just Pog juice. It's Pog juice with ice. I guess I should be happy that I spent $7 on Pog juice when I can get it included in my Ohana breakfast or something, or Tusker breakfast that we just did. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 Pog juices. It's Pog juice, but I mean, you can't even add anything to it. It's just this. This is my non-alcoholic drink for the day.
Yes, NA people and mocktail people, we are still representing for you whenever we can find necessary. Disney loves boba balls. I don't know what it is. At this point, we just need a whole boba stand. I don't know if we don't have one already. But who doesn't like Pog juice? $7 Pog juice? Debatable, but everybody loves Pog juice. I don't think I've ever met a Pog juice hater. I'm sure you guys are out there. It's like Pog juice. Yes, I'm playing my food. Judge me. Additional boba balls doesn't add much, adds a little bit of fun, but it's a nice, refreshing iced juice. Honestly, I would expect it to be a little bit more special, a little more additives. You see there's edible glitter in here? Don't know where. But, as it is, it's okay. Average, if anything. 2.5 out of 5.
Bear got a beer because Bear escaped Magic Kingdom and came to Hollywood Studios for a beer. It's kind of got that like nutty Newcastle taste to it, but like a little, not as strong as Newcastle. I'm not mad at it, but I also am glad that I didn't order it because this is a beer drinker's beer. This is not for the beginners or the fruity drink lovers. It's a 3 out of 5 hops. It's a good average beer, good for the heat, not good for chugging though.
Yes, I got a beer because anytime I can, I get anything from Bold City. Bold City Brewing is based out of Jacksonville, Florida. So it reminds us a little bit of home. That's where we lived when we started this channel. So Bold City Duke's Cold Nose. Duke's Cold Nose, because again, name's too long. It's nice and dark, but it always reminds me of the smell of St. John's River and Maxwell coffee. If you know, you know. Like I said, it's a nice nutty based beer. It is, if you like craft beers, you'll probably like this. If you're like more simple beers like our friend Fancy that you see in the shelves around time, it's not a Bud Light. But I believe it's slightly better. 3.5 to 5 points.
So we have soba noodles with gardein chicken. Now last time we came here was holiday season when they first rolled this out. They had not added the chicken to the menu yet, so I only got the soba noodles by themselves. This is my first time trying it with the chicken, but if you don't want all meats, you can still get the soba noodles without the plant-based chicken. Just ask for it. In my case, since I haven't had it before, I'm doing it. Now it's like a soy ginger dressing that it's covered in. This is very messy, but at least it's not like that Chicago salad we had before with a neon green relish that has now moved over the Casey's Corner. Guardian chicken served cold is very weird. Like, I'm used to this being served to me at, like, Island's Dining Room at Universal, or, I don't know, anywhere at Universal. They're very Gardein forward there. And when they do their Gardein chicken, it's not like this. This is very weird, very interesting. The texture doesn't really add a lot to it, so, like, I would say just save the $1. Don't even get the chicken. Just get the noodles, because it's better without it. Or I should say, it doesn't make a difference either way. So you can do it with or without. It doesn't add or subtract from the flavor. It's just there. 2.5 out of 5 bowls. This is not the waffle bowl that I'm looking for. Waffle bowls are reserved for dessert.
I'll be honest here, a year into having these bowls, I thought they wouldn't last through the holidays. I thought they were going to be a temporary thing, and Fairfax Fare would go back to serving its normal brand of slightly above Magic Kingdom, well, trash. But these bowls stuck around. I'm not mad at the bowls. I'm just still trying to understand the thought process behind the bowls. It's a noodle dish in a waffle bowl. I don't think I've ever in my life asked for noodles on waffles. Fairfax Fare just doubles down, like, we're going to give you a bowl. Call it a day. What's probably the most confusing about this bowl, the plant-based bowl, is the state of both the noodles and then what's in it, because everything else is a mashed potato bowl, like all the non-vegan options, but the vegan option is plant-based noodles. And you did a vegan mashed potato, but you chose noodles. It's confusing to say the least. It's even confusing if it's been served chilled and theirs is served hot. I'm just like, I get like you're going for noodle salad, but it's like noodles, a couple slices of carrots, a lot of green onions, and then plant-based meat. Like, there's not a whole lot else in here. There's just a bunch of noodles in a waffle cup. It's a filling dish. Like, the price point is about right. The flavors aren't bad. It's just a really odd combination of things. They're lucky that it works. You're looking for a snack, and you don't want anything too heavy a commitment in Florida sun. I say you can't go too wrong with this, but there's still better options, especially when the plant-based grilled cheese is right over that way. 3.5 out of 5 plus. Here we have the pork belly waffle bowl from Fairfax Fare, topped in this Asian flavored slaw with green onions and thick, juicy pork belly, with mashed taters at the bottom and a waffle bowl. Mashed taters would not be my first option to pair with crispy pork belly, but California comes up with some weird things. They gave us the breakfast after all. How bad could they be? Pork belly being such like an interesting cook method, I'm surprised at how well the pork belly comes from out of Fairfax Fare. Previous to this, when they had like the southwestern vegetable bowl, like with the pre-made thing of wok, like in the container, like that was sad. So I expected these waffle bowls when they first released to be the bad side of terrible, but they've actually stayed around and they're not bad options. The pork belly is tasty. There's plenty of mashed potatoes to fill you up. The slaw isn't bad. I just don't understand what you do with the waffle afterwards. So, like, are you guys eating the waffle for people that have had it? Because last time we had it, we didn't eat the waffle. I can't see eating the waffle. And comment and let me know when you eat your bowl or you throw your bowl away. As this bowl is, I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 plus. It's not a bad option. They're worse, but they're also better.
I ate my whole waffle cone. It was sweet, like dessert. The perfect dessert for this meal. I'm not gonna finish the noodles because they're very like al dente, but like a little bit more raw than al dente, so like crunchy a little bit, like chewy, like they're not fully cooked. Not into that, but I did enjoy the like soy cones. It's different. I feel like there's some tofutti that needs to be put in there, not noodles.
Fairfax was indeed fair.
I I have a slight bit of soy stomach ache, but I'm sure there's nothing that another beverage couldn't cure.
Yes, I definitely needs more beverages, and you need to change up. I feel like the bowls would do better if it was more like a create your own bowl, not these prefab sort of. I'm confused because I would much rather have the pork belly on the noodles than on the mashed potatoes and some other combinations of things.
And not in a waffle bowl. That's just weird. That does not work. Does not jive with mashed potatoes. His like fell down. Does not jive with noodles. Those got soaked. It just doesn't jive.
But there are some of the options that you have here on Hollywood Boulevard. If there's anything else on Hollywood Boulevard you'd like to see us do,
Rosie's.
or anything else you'd like to see us do in Walt Disney World, period, you know, and we know that the comments is always a good place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe. And if you don't comment, Barry might eat himself into Beauty and the Beast, and he doesn't like musicals, so that's going to be an interesting thing.
That's not true, but I'm still taking the Beast's job. You heard the girl.